Welcome to the Film Room, and on this episode, I'm going to take a look at USC left guard Andrew Vorhees. If you're not familiar with what I do in these videos, these film room sessions, is I like to take clips to showcase the traits, the what these prospects can do. And so in this case, we're going to take a look at USC's game against Stanford to highlight, to showcase what Andrew Vorhees can do in the NFL. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tape. Now, one of the things that really stood out to me right away with Andrew Vorhees is he's got a little bit of nasty in him. And we're going to see that right here. Remember, he's the left guard, and he's going to take on this defensive tackle, and he's just going to turn and bury him into the ground. And it just shows his strength. And it just, to me, this is just kind of a tone that was set during this game that he wanted to punish. He wanted to beat up the opposing defense, and he's just able to do that here. We see another example of Vorhees and his ability to win at the point of attack here. He's going to engage with this defensive tackle. It's going to be a run up the middle. But he's able to use his strength, his upper body strength, and steer that defender to the outside and seal him off. Now the running back didn't go there, but Vorhees was able to get his guy pushed and moved to where he wanted. He was able to steer him and turn him enough that he was able to get that seal to the inside so that if that hole was open, that linebacker was left unblocked, he could have cut it up there. And it just shows that ability, that upper body strength, that he can lock on and steer that guy out into wherever he wanted him to be. This is another clip that I really enjoyed just because it shows, I want my linemen, especially my interior guys, I want them to have some fight, some nasty to them. And we see that here with Vorhees. He's going to have to seal his guy. There gets an outside run, and he engages, and right away this defensive tackle is slanting, is pushing to the outside of Vorhees, and he's able to engage with him, and then he just fights and is able to fight his way, maybe a little bit of a hold, but fight his way to seal off that outside and allow his running back to get around the edge. And it just shows his tenacity. It shows his 1-2, his grit, whatever you want to call it, but he's able to just go, stumbles just a tidge, but is able to recover and, completely seal off that guy so he can't get outside to stop that run. And then one last example of him in the run game, just once again sealing off, he blocks down, is able to engage with the defensive tackle and just seal off that edge. And you just look at him in the run game, he shows that power, good initial pop. He gets his hands in a good spot. And then once he gets his hands on you, you're locked. This defensive tackle was dead in the water. He had nowhere to go, nothing he could do. And Vorhees was able to not completely dominate him, but completely shut him down on this play and allow his running back room to get outside and get a big gain. Now, I know I showed you 4 clips of him as a run blocker, but we know this is a passing league. The NFL is a passing league. You have to be able to pass the ball to be successful, so you need offensive linemen who can hold up in pass protection. And Vorhees, as good of a run blocker is, he's just as good of a pass protector. So here he is hiding behind the sky cam. And what I like about this is at the snap of the ball, he's moving to his right. You see his right foot, he's going inside, but the defensive tackle is going out. And what I like here is he's able to then see that and react quickly outside to cut him off. He's moving one way. He's able to just put that foot down and redirect quickly. He's not slow about it. It's not lumbering. He doesn't have to use his length to compensate for being out of position. He's able to just put that foot quickly back down and shoot back outside using that lateral quickness to stay in front of this defensive tackle and keep the pocket clean. We see some more of Vorhees' quick quickness, his lateral agility here. He's going to end up taking on this defensive lineman right here that's on his outside shoulder. And Vorhees is going to go outside once again, look to get his hands on the receiver or on the defensive tackle, but the defensive tackle's spinning, and it's not the greatest spin move, but he's able to just slide back outside with him, stop him, stone him right there, and keep the middle of the pocket clean. So Caleb Williams has a chance to kind of take a little bit of a step up and deliver this throw. And it's all because of Voorhees' ability to mirror that defensive tackle, see that spin move coming, and slide back inside with him to be able to keep the pocket clean. And then, like I said, his hands, look at his hands. They stay inside and able to get those hands inside on that defensive tackle are able to let him hold that point of attack. On this clip, we really see Voorhees' his strength show up in pass protection. So at the snap, the defensive tackle is going to come right at him. Not only is he able to hold the point of attack, but then as the defensive tackle's trying to then work back outside, what I love here is Voorhees is able to sink those hips and just drive him completely out of the pocket. And it just shows that strength of, hell, hey, you want to go to the edge? Yeah, I'm just going to take you to the outside. And it just see that strength, that power. Doesn't maybe have the best knee bend. Maybe he can get a little bit lower, but he's able to just drive him out of there. And where that defensive tackle thought, okay, I'm got on his edge, I'm going to be able to loop around the left tackle and maybe get a pressure. Nope, you're just going to escort you out of here. And then finally, one more example of just Andrew Vorhees showing his anchor and ability to hold the point of attack. He's going to take on this defensive tackle who's, not bull rushing him, but tries to make an inside move. He just gets that hand, that right hand, as you can see here. That right hand is just at that shoulder, at that collarbone area, and just holding that point of attack, preventing him from getting inside. And then he's just able to just stand his ground. You look at him, he's practically at the line of scrimmage, whereas all the other offensive linemen are back 3-4 yards, and he's just holding that point of attack, stonewalling that defensive tackle who has to be completely frustrated on this play that he can do absolutely nothing and is just kind of just in a standstill. There is so much to like about Andrew Vorhees as a offensive lineman, showing the ability to play with power. So, putting him in a man scheme where he can drive and push defenders off their mark. Playing in a zone scheme, we showed the ability for him to seal and create running lanes and seams. But then just in pass protection, it's a passing league. And he shows he has the lateral agility. He has the lateral quickness to cut off defensive tackles. He's got the ability to anchor in and take a bull rush. He has practically it all, and he's got good size. He's 6'6", 325 pounds. He's a big body guard, and he's got some left tackle experience. He's started a game or two at left tackle. He's started a game or two at the right guard position, so he has some position flexibility. I do think he's a guard in the NFL, but he's a guy that maybe you need a guy to step out at left tackle. Maybe your left tackle gets hurt, and you have a better backup guard than you do a tackle. And maybe Voorhees is a guy that can move out to left tackle and hold his own for a series or a game if need be to finish out a game. But I think he's a top prospect in this class, one of the better guards so far that I've seen this season. I think I've seen him at the back end of some first-round mock drafts, and I definitely think that's where he belongs. It wouldn't shock me if he went in the top 20. Last year we saw Kenyon Green and Zion Johnson both go in the top 20, top 15, top 20. So it wouldn't shock me if Andrew Vorhees goes in there. He's a little bit bigger than those guys. I don't know if he's quite the athlete that a Zion Johnson is, but I think he's a first-round pick. I don't want to say lock yet because a lot could change. But if your team needs an elite-level guard, and that's who you're targeting in the first round, Andrew Vorhees is definitely somebody that you need to keep an eye on. All right, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this episode. Remember, the best way to get this is to subscribe. While you're there, hit that bell for all the notifications. While you're at it, follow me on social media, draft_Brian, wherever you might be, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever it may be. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time.